we've got you covered on air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today 95.1 FM.
This is Today 95.1 FM. Fort Hardcore's News.
Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the World News on your premium talk radio. Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, and the headlines. Senate confirms Justice Kekereekun as Chief Justice of Nigeria. ASU strike looms as lecturers issue 14-day ultimatum to federal government. Court restrains PDP governors from dissolving pro-Wike party executive committees in Rivers State. On the foreign scene, hundreds die from cholera as war rages in Sudan. I am Lucky Maxwell. The presidency has disclosed that President Bola Tinubu is ready to reshuffle his cabinet. This is according to Bayo Nanuga, special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, who disclosed this while addressing newsmen at the State House in Abuja. Onanuga, however, said he does not know when the reshuffling would take place, stressing that it could happen before October 1st. The Senate has confirmed the appointment of Justice Kudirat Kekereekun as substantive Chief Justice of Nigeria after screening. The development comes after President Bola Tinubu wrote the Senate seeking her confirmation as the CJN. Senate President Godswill Akpabio read Tinubu's letter during plenary on Tuesday. In the letter, Tinubu cited Section 231, subsection 1 of the Nigeria Constitution, which empowers him to appoint the CJN based on recommendations from the National Judicial Council pending State Senate approval. The President expressed confidence in her nomination and urged the Senate to act urgently. The National Judicial Council in August recommended Justice Kekereekun to President Tinubu as successor to the former CJN, Justice Olukayode Ariwola. Kekereekun is the 23rd Chief Justice of Nigeria and second Nigerian female jurist to serve in that position. The House of Representatives says it will hold a legislative security summit in the last quarter of the year. This was contained in a speech by the Speaker Abbas Tajuddin to welcome lawmakers from their annual recess. The Speaker said legislative reforms that could improve interagency collaboration and improved use of technology to combat insecurity would be prioritized in the remaining session of the 10th House. According to the Speaker, the Electoral Offences Commission Bill is one of the bills that will receive priority attention in the remaining life of the 10th House. Abbas sympathized with victims of flooding occasioned by climate change, while assuring that the House will improve legislation aimed at addressing environmental challenges, including the Disaster Relief Bill. The All Progressives Congress has described the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi as a serial complainer. APC's National Publicity Secretary Phyllis Morka said Obi will never accept results of any election not in his favor or his candidates. Speaking on a television program, Morka stressed that Obi's perception of the Edo State governorship election was irrelevant. The Federal High Court Abuja has restrained the governors of the People's Democratic Party, its National Working Committee and Board of Trustees from tampering with or dissolving the executive committees of the party in Rivers State. The court also restrained them from constituting any interim committee to replace the officers of the state at the state, local government and ward levels who are pro-Nyesom Wike in Rivers. Justice Peter Lifu gave the order while delivering a ruling in an ex parte application brought before him by the PDP Rivers State Executive Committee led by Aaron Chukwuemeka and his counterparts at the local government and ward levels. Justice Lifu also ordered the PDP national body and others not to tamper with or dissolve the local government and ward leadership of the PDP in the state, who were said to have been elected along with the State Executive Committee this year at various congresses of the party. The judge also ordered that the defendant must not allow any other group to perform the duties and functions of the PDP executives elected between July 37 and August 31, 2024. In the ex parte motion argued on their behalf by their counsel Joshua Musa, the plaintiffs had alleged that the defendants were making moves to dissolve the legally constituted state, local government and ward executives committees of the PDP in Rivers State. In his ruling, Justice Lifu, also perusing the exhibits tendered by the plaintiffs, restrained the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) from accepting or recognizing any other person or groups other than those elected at the state, local government and ward elections of the PDP in Rivers State. Hearing in the motion on notice instituted by the plaintiffs against the 9 defendants has been fixed for October 4, 2024. Former Nigeria's President Goodluck Jonathan says the major cause of conflict on the African continent is a struggle for power. Jonathan shared his opinion at a program organized by the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution and its partners in commemoration of the International Day of Peace in Abuja. Former President, who noted that Africa's conflicts are largely driven by contestation for power, expressed concern about Nigeria's situation, stating that until the country develops a culture of peace, political conflict will persist. He also disputed the notion that politics is inherently dirty, instead blaming corrupt individuals for the negative perception. Jonathan advocated for a shift in mindset, emphasizing the need to cultivate a culture of peace. He highlighted the importance of peaceful elections, citing the recent governorship election in Edo State, where tension was higher after the election due to concerns about irregularities. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has handed the federal government a fresh 14-day ultimatum to resolve pending issues. ASU President Professor Emmanuel Osodeke issued the ultimatum in a statement. Professor Osodeke said they were frustrated with the government's lack of commitment and delay tactics. Hence, it has given the President Bola Tinubu's government a 14-day ultimatum which starts on Monday, September 23. You're listening to the World News on Today95.1 FM Port Harcourt. We'll be right back after this short break.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying with us. Now the rest of the news. The leadership of the Christian community in Ikwere local government area of Rivers State have condemned the attempt by certain individuals to allegedly impose idol worship on Ubima community. Ezwa Simeon Okenna, general overseer of one of the new generation churches in the state, reacted strongly to these alleged efforts, describing Ubima as God's own community that cannot be diverted to other practices, warning that idol worship is far from being a positive or progressive force for the community's well-being or economic growth. Simeon Okenna urged community leaders planning to introduce idol worship to reconsider, just as he advised them to focus on building up the community and attracting development rather than pursuing regressive practices. The religious leader called on the state governor and Ikwere Council leadership to intervene, stating that those who wish to practice idol worship should do so privately within their families and not impose it on the entire community.
Certain persons or a group of persons want to impose the community on idol worship. I am here to oppose this. I'm here to say no to that. That whoever that is responsible in bringing anything idol worship again in Ubima community. Ubima community is a religious community. Ubima community is a Christian community. I don't know why somebody or a group of persons will go and bring another deity. We are praying and praying every day to deliver ourselves from the one our forefathers have done, and a certain person want to bring and impose it on all Ubima community. Such acts will not work in the Ubima community, no matter who is bringing it. The other communities are embracing Christ, embracing God, and Ubima community will still go back upward to embrace idol worship. No to such.
There have been allegations that some traditional leaders in Ubima are seeking to introduce idol worship as part of efforts to enhance cultural traditions and bolster security and morale in the area. We'll be right back after this short break.
Chiefs, leaders, women, youths, and stakeholders of the Rivers Ijaw People's Congress, RIPCO, invites you to the Rivers Ijaw Civic Reception in honor of His Excellency Nyesom Ezenwa-Wike, CON, GSSRS, POS Africa, the former governor of Rivers State and the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nigeria. This event will hold on Saturday, 28 September 2024 at the Rainbow Town, Amadiama, in Port Harcourt local government area. The time is 10 a.m. prompt. Come, let us celebrate a lover of Ijaw Nation, a lover of Ijaw people and Ijaw communities who has done so much for us. Signed, Senator Judge Thompson Sekibo, Leader, Honorable Roland Sekibo, Director General, Honorable Erastus Awotu, Secretary, Honorable Vincent Nimiboka, Chairman, Publicity Committee.
Welcome back. Now the rest of the news. Former chairman of the Association of Education Secretaries in Rivers State, Lucky Ugochukwu, has advocated for the introduction of skill development programs in government-owned primary and secondary schools, emphasizing that these programs would equip students with practical skills, making them self-reliant even after completing their education. Ugochukwu made this call during a visit to State School 1 and Universal Basic Education in Rundele Community, a Moha local government area, where he donated drums, footballs, cash, and other valuable items. Announcing his plan to establish an education resource center as part of his efforts to support and promote education, the philanthropist expressed concern over the poor state of schools in River State, urging the state government and corporate organizations to intervene urgently. As a former member of the Permanent Board of Universal Basic Education in the state, Ugochukwu called for the provision of essential materials and the employment of more staff to prevent the schools from falling into further decline, just as he criticized the government for allegedly neglecting Rundele in its development plans.
I have this program I've been doing for the past 19 years, giving scholarship to those who are in higher institutions. And this year, I felt like I should revisit the program, starting from primary education and the junior secondary school. And that is exactly what informed my coming back home to start with them. When we are growing, there is this band that they normally use in school. And when they start playing it, it awakens those who don't even have time to know the time to come to school. The school has started. Secondly, these days we find out that teaching aids are problems in school. So we need to intervene for our teachers in the school to be able to have what we use to teach the children. And if you go further, you can see me giving them football. Football is something uniting the world today. Is thirdly, we decided to do a skill development program. Some of them can learn catering, some can learn how to repair phone, some can learn welding and all that. From the primary school level, that is an alternative way.
In continuation of his annual scholarship program in memory of his late mother, Ugochukwu explained that his recent donations aim to promote reading and sport in schools, adding that he has ventured into the production of school materials to further support education.
I want to use this opportunity to call on even the IOCs that are operating in Rundele, Sterling Global, LNG, Shell, F, Total, to come back home. Their social responsibility should be how to elevate this level of social intervention in our community. So the government should take the responsibility of providing teaching aids, employing teachers, employing non-academic teachers, especially security men and laborers that can cut these grasses. The children I saw today, they were so tiny that they cannot be able to even cut those grasses. And the schools' infrastructures are decaying and nobody is doing anything about it. So it's a call on both on the government and individuals. These schools were donated during the time of Rotimi and Chibi Kamechi. Some of us are beginning to feel that the government is marginalizing the people of Rundele.
Some of the peoples I spoke to Today FM commended Lucky Wallu for the gesture.
We are thanking God. Our brothers just came and provide for the school. And we are also telling God to bless him more. He has done a good thing in the school. The government should also help for the school to progress.
We thank Honorable Lucky Wallu for what he has done. He brought band for the school. May God continue to bless Jesus' name.
I want to tell him thank you for all that he has done. I hear what he used to do for our village. Thank you for all the things that he did to us. Let God will bless him as he do it for us.
Today FM Suchende Joa reports that Ugochukwu also promised to provide books for the schools he visited and plans to hire private tutors to offer extra moral lessons and skill development training for the pupils. On the foreign scene, more than 430 people have died from cholera in the past month, according to Sudan's health ministry, as civil war continues to ravage the country. Sudan's health ministry said in a statement that the number of infections has risen to about 14,000. It said it was doing all it can to I'll take the foreign news again. More than 430 people have died from cholera in the past month, according to Sudan's health ministry, as civil war continues to ravage the country. Sudan's health ministry said in a statement that the number of infections has risen to about 14,000. It said it was doing all it can to combat cholera in the affected state amid the rise in infections. Getting treatment to those affected areas is hugely complicated by the conflict, which has killed up to 150,000 people since it began last year, according to the U.S. Special Envoy for Sudan, Tom Perello. Ahead of the October 5th local government elections in Rivers State, His Majesty Eze Leslie Eke, the Eze Ohaivo III of Evo Kingdom in Obiakwa local government area of Rivers State, has called on residents to maintain peace before, during and after the election. Eze Baka Baka, who also serves as the chairman of the Supreme Council of Victoria Government Recognized Traditional Rulers, emphasized the importance of peaceful coexistence and active participation during the elections, noting that peace is the only effective tool capable of resolving challenges. Describing peace as a tripod stand, Eze Eke stressed that no meaningful development can occur in the absence of peace. The monarch warned that while elections will come and go, the lasting impact of creating conflict should be avoided at all costs, just as he advised the people of Rivers State and political stakeholders to resist actions that could lead to enduring problems. It further appealed to political stakeholders to ensure a level playing field for all participants during the elections.
Concerning the local government election, I advise that the election is not a do or die affair and should be conducted peacefully on both sides and not destroy the laudable strides the present administration of Simfobara has taken in fostering sustainable development, promoting peaceful coexistence, and championing cultural and traditional values in Rivers State. And this we must help to maintain.
To end the news, as a summary of the major stories. We told you that the Senate has confirmed Justice Kudirat Kekerekun as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. The Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU has issued a 14-day ultimatum to the federal government as strike looms. You heard that the Federal High Court in Abuja has restrained PDP governors from dissolving pro-Wike party executive committees in Rivers State. On the foreign team, we told you that hundreds have died from cholera as war rages in Sudan. Ifunanya Obemendukwe edited the news. For comment and inquiries, please call 018-389-2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on todayfmlive.com. Good evening. I am Lucky Maxwell.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Hello, welcome to Profit Power, brought to you by Raleigh Academy. This is a live transforming online business and investment education program series designed to equip anyone in search of a genuine opportunity to create a new stream of income or add to their current stream or streams of income. Now, Raleigh Academy is a reputable organization that has been offering educational services in online businesses and financial education for the past 9 years. In today's episode of Profit Power, we'll be looking at securing financial success in these times of extremely high economic contraction. And in the studio with me to answer all our questions is an e-trader and an online entrepreneur with Raleigh Academy. He was trained at the London Business School, the London School of Business and Finance, and also the London Academy of Trading.
Down and ride the wave of non-stop fun. So, who's ready to turn up and make this night legendary? If you're ready, let's light up the airwaves and turn every moment into an unforgettable blast. Let's get this party started. If you're ready, then let's go.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer.
Calling on all social media addicts and pop culture enthusiasts. You just tuned into the hottest radio show